The last thing you want to hear when you need your auto insurance most is a robot with countless irrelevant menu options. Which is why with USAA Auto Insurance, you'll get great service that is easy and reliable, all at the touch of a button. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin. You're listening to the Funnel Down Defense Podcast. And now here's your host, Steve Collins. Steve Collins.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Funnel Down Defense Podcast. So I'm so excited. Yes, I am crazy. Yes, this is my fourth podcast. So if you find us at the Funnel Down, you have the 5-Minute Basketball Coaching Podcast. You have the High School Hoops, and you have Coach Unplugged. So yes, I am crazy enough to do a fourth podcast. And why? You're asking why would you do a fourth podcast? Well, I wanted to share with all of you, and I'm not sure how long this podcast is going to go. I'm going to share with you the Funnel Down Defense and kind of why it came about and what it's all about and kind of how we teach it and all those kind of things. Just because I want to share it with the world. I'm an old dog and I'm getting near the end of laying on the porch, maybe, you know, how the porch dog kind of lays on the porch and just kind of enjoys those good summer days. I'm hopefully going to become a porch dog soon. And I wanted to share this with the world. Because I think this is a really unique defense. I think it's got a lot of little twists and turns and things that I think will be helpful for all of you. But before we do that, I'd like to give a big shout out to teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. They allow these podcasts and everything to go up. They give me the time and the energy and allow me to take my wife out to dinner once in a while. So go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got a little bit of a tease on Funnel Down, but it's got everything. It's got the roadmap that will make you a better basketball coach. So Funnel Down. So I thought today I would start with kind of where did the Funnel Down defense come from? How did I, yes, that's my cell phone, and I don't, like I said, I do 4 podcasts, so I don't edit that stuff out. If I was editing all the little things and the dogs coming in and barking and all those things, I don't think I would, I don't know. I think I'd get an hour's sleep. So I'm going to leave that. But anyway, how did the Funnel Down come about? Because obviously my program has been very successful. We won 80% of our games. We've got 3 state championships. We've got 10 state appearances. Coached 2 NBA guys. I mean, the resume speaks for itself as far as our program goes. It's not me. It's our players. It's our coaches, our administration. I'm the captain of the boat is what I'll tell you. However, there was a stretch, obviously, where we had some really, really good players, and grandma probably could have coached them. But we've had good teams. But we've had some weaknesses that we've been exploited. People have exploited them on. And I think this was I think it was my last state tournament team. So that was 2017, 2018, something like that. And we were a good team. We had a Division I player. We had Chris Knight, who's playing at Loyola now. He played at Dartmouth for a while, and we had a good team. But there were a couple opponents that we couldn't get over. They were doing things to us that were causing some issues. And I don't like that. I'm a competitive person. I want to figure out a solution. I'm a math teacher. There's got to be a solution. What's the equation? What's the solution? Um, and there was one night, I remember it was like a January or February, and it would have been Chris's junior year, I believe. And we had lost a close one at home. And just things hadn't, it's like, there were a couple little things that happened. And one of them was, the team was basically able to do anything they wanted offensively against us. They were able to get around us. They were able to get shots up. And shoot, I think my team was like, the shortest guy on my team was like 6 foot, and we had six. God, we must have had 6'5", 6'7", 6'7" across the. I mean, we were big. But they were still able to do what they wanted to do. We had lost a tough one, and I'm usually the last one to leave the gym. I'm usually the last one to leave the gym. On a win or a loss. It's just I like that quiet. I like that walking, kind of that last walk out. I was doing that, and just kind of walking and doing those kind of things. And I was thinking about, God, what could we do to make it more effective for us? What could I do to kind of make it easier on us to be able to beat these teams? Because the objective always should be to be the best team on your roster. I said that last week. So we had struggled against this team before, the first time we played them, but I knew we were good enough to be able to do it. So I have a ritual after a game. Usually it's only after a win. So I'm not sure why I did it on this specific night, but I go to Chick-fil-A, which is across kitty corner from our school, and you got to get there by 10. So I'm rushing. I get there. I'm thinking about the game. I'm bouncing things around, and they know me at Chick-fil-A because a lot of our kids work there, and I get my order, and I start eating it on the way home, and all of a sudden it literally, like, it's like the cartoon. Something's like, whoa. I can remember it was like National Bank or Anchor Bank or whatever bank was there. I remember pulling over into their parking lot, pulling out a pen. Didn't have any paper with me. Pulled a napkin out. I still have the napkin somewhere. I got to find it. And basically drew up the outline for Funnel Down. Didn't come up with necessarily gutter and some of those terms. Came up with those in the next couple of weeks. But came up with the principles of Funnel Down, and kind of how how the volleyball court, because I was a volleyball coach.
Llévate más de lo que esperas todos los días con el nuevo McValue en McDonald's. Ahora puedes comprar uno y sumarle otro por $1. Así que cuando tu equipo favorito enfrenta a sus rivales, enfrenta tus antojos con $5 Meal Deals. Y si estás corriendo para alcanzar el desayuno, corre al app para llevarte ofertas antes del cutoff. Tú decides, y con McValue, tu decisión siempre rinde más. Precios y participación pueden variar. BOGO $1 válido para un producto de igual o menor valor. Debe estar registrado en Rewards para ofertas en el app.
So I always thought that those volleyball lines were irritating. First of all, when you're playing basketball, vice versa, when you're a volleyball coach, the basketball lines are a little bit irritating. But how could I simplify our defense? How could I make it easier for our players to just remember a couple things? How could I use those volleyball courts, those lines of the volleyball court, to my advantage, and make it easy for the players to do? And that's where kind of the Funnel Down was born. It was born out of necessity. It was born out of simplicity. It was born out of a need for our players to be able to beat that best team on our roster. So we were struggling, and I wish I could tell you that was the magic bullet that year. It wasn't, because we hadn't worked out the kinks. Now the next year it was, and we went to the state tournament. We lost in the semifinals. Should have won it that year, my opinion. But would have needed a perfect game to do it. But we were playing really well. But I think I wanted something that I could teach them quickly, that they could do, that they would know, that they would like. Similar to playing a fast-paced offensive game. It's the same in this on defense. They like this. It's simple. They know where they're supposed to push them. They know how they're supposed to, react. So what we're going to do over the next couple months is I'm going to go through the funnel down. I'm going to talk about, the different steps of it. I'm going to talk about some of the teaching moments of it. I'm going to talk about what it really is and why we do it. We're going to talk about all those things to kind of clear things up for you, so you kind of know where and why the funnel down came about. So I hope you like this. Please leave a review down below. We love those thumbs ups, and have a great day. Bye.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.